Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my videos. Thank you so much for being here today with me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love that so much, and it would mean the world to me. Okay guys, this is my passion, so by subscribing you support my channel and my passion, and I really do appreciate you guys so much for that. Okay, and for all of you guys that have subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. So let's get back to today's topic. Okay, so today's topic is going to be triggering for some people. Okay, it's not going to be for everyone. Okay, but as you guys know, okay, whatever triggers you, it means that it's something that there's something that's within you that's not accepting or hasn't been embraced or hasn't been looked at. Okay, and so when we get triggered by something, that means that something in us is buried, it's unconscious still, okay? And, it's ruining our lives in more ways than one. More often than not, it's a relationship with ourselves that hasn't been addressed, in one way or another, okay? Or it's something that's affecting your relationships with others too, okay? And so that's the reason, that's the reason for my channel is I know a lot of the things that I will tell you, they're going to be truths, okay? And they're not going to be very pleasant, okay? Because spirituality is all about embracing your both sides of yourself, okay? The light side and the dark side, okay? It's not all about, sunshines and rainbows, right? And yoga and just meditation and focusing on the positive while ignoring the negative, right? Spirituality is all about taking that shadow side of yourself and embracing it and acknowledging it and working on it, okay, and integrating it and alchemizing the darkness too, okay? And so and so this is extremely important, okay? And that's why my channel exists. That's why, I'm here to give you the good and the bad, okay? So you can, and so even if something triggers you, then make sure that you become aware of it and work on it, okay? Heal whatever it is that's triggering you, okay? So this video is going to be, guys, for guys, okay? It's going to be for all of you guys that are out there. And so in today's topic, we're going to discuss misogyny, okay? And misogyny, okay? And I'm going to discuss why it happens, okay? And why misogynists are misogynistic. And how it hurts, women, how it hurts us ladies, and, why they do the things that they do and how they cause harm, and the types of people that they go after, okay, or the types of women that they get triggered by, okay? And so imagine yourself in a workplace. Imagine seeing a beautiful woman that's filled with light. She's in her power. She has embraced her masculine and feminine side. She is, and she's beautiful on the inside and on the outside. Her inner beauty matches her outer beauty, okay? No matter what really she looks like, her inner beauty just projects outwards, okay? And that makes her even more beautiful, okay? That makes her stand out. She's in her power, okay, and she is extremely creative. She doesn't use her creativity, she doesn't spread it around, she doesn't sleep around. She's very careful and picky with her energy. So she uses that creativity to create, to bring things to life, okay? Be it projects, be it plants, be it people. Maybe she's a healer, right? So she's a natural healer, and she's got a lot of sexual energy, which is also your creative energy, okay? So she doesn't spread it around. She doesn't use it to masturbate or to please herself. She doesn't use it to sleep around, right? While giving all of that energy, that power away. She uses it to bring life to things and to people, okay? And so that makes her a truly powerful being, a truly powerful individual. Okay, and so unfortunately, there's a guy in the workplace, and he's the CEO of the company, and he sees how she naturally attracts people to her. He sees how she captures everyone's attention without even trying. He sees how people are drawn to her, and a lot of them love her so much. A lot of them ask her for advice, and a lot of her look up to her, and he cannot stand it. This guy cannot stand to see that fact. In his mind, women are supposed to be in the kitchen. In his mind, women are below men. In his mind, women are objects to be used for sex, to be used for his sexual pleasure, okay? In his mind, women are, they don't have a purpose, and their only purpose is to raise children, okay? In his mind, you know, he wants her to make him a sandwich, okay? He thinks that that's the role of a woman, okay? And that's a huge problem, guys, okay? That kind of a thinking is a huge problem, okay? And I will explain why in a little bit, okay? But he sees her beautiful, wonderful qualities, even leadership qualities, and he cannot stand it. And the reason being is because he grew up in a certain household where he was taught, maybe by his family or by his father, maybe he saw that kind of a dynamic take place where his mother was the homemaker, right? His dad was the breadwinner, okay? Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, okay? But the guy, you know, perhaps his dad put down his wife all the time, okay? And the guy learned from his dad, okay, by watching his dad. Perhaps it was learned culturally, okay, as this is a societal conditioning, okay? So in society, a lot of times, and more often than not, the women are looked down upon, okay? They're seen as they're viewed as the weaker sex. They're viewed as less than, okay? They're viewed that guys are constantly being told that emotions are weakness, and having emotions, being emotional is a weakness, right? When in fact, their own emotionality is suppressed, which eventually makes them mentally ill, which eventually pushes them over the edge. And the reason being is because their emotionality has been suppressed, and in turn, because they cannot express themselves as human beings, they have suppressed all of that. And guess what happens to emotions when you suppress them? Mental illness, physical illnesses begin to happen, okay? We need to release, we need to learn to embrace our emotions and learn to release them in healthy ways, okay? That includes males and females, okay? So that's the reason why a lot of guys are struggling with mental illness in our society, okay? So there's that, right? But because he has been taught that, you know, your emotionality is a weakness, right? He's beginning to view females as a weaker sex, okay? And so this kind of a male, a misogynistic male, it starts from childhood more often than not, okay? Also, of course, the huge, one of the biggest reasons on why males become misogynistic, okay? And a lot of them are not even aware of this inner hatred towards women, is because a very important feminine figure in his life has hurt him, okay? So she traumatized him, okay? Guys, more often than not, unfortunately, it's his mother, okay, that did that. She was a wicked witch of the West, right? And she was a narcissist, maybe a psychopath. She was emotionally unavailable. She was mean, she was cruel, you know, and I'm sorry if this happened to you. It is terrible, you know. My mom was one of those women, you know, too, so I can completely understand. And guess what, guys? My brother, he's the perfect example of what happened, what turned the male misogynistic, okay? Because my brother, if you're watching this, yeah, that's your problem, okay? And you need to definitely become aware of this. My brother hates women, okay? And that hatred, unfortunately, translates to his siblings too, okay? If he has any sisters, he doesn't treat them well. He thinks talking to them a certain way is okay, okay? And basically, misogynists, they do everything in their power to get back at women, okay? And that means showing up late to dates. If she's an independent type of a woman, you know, and if they're out and about and maybe she wants to pay for herself, right? He's going to do the opposite. He's going to go and cover the check. If she's a traditional woman who prefers men pay for, you know, for the meal, he's going to have her pay for the meal, okay? So in other words, he's going to do everything in his power to get back at women, okay? And that is because he's extremely hurt on the inside. He hasn't healed his trauma, he hasn't healed his pain. So he's going to do everything possible to, you know, to rebel basically against all of the other women, okay? And so listen, guys, it doesn't have to be a mother figure, okay? The woman who has hurt him in the past, it could be his first love, you know, too. That can be it too. It could be his siblings, you know, maybe his sibling was really, really cruel to him for most of his life, you know? So this male is really hurt. He's unaware of his hatred for a woman, okay? My light just went off. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so I'll just leave it like that. It's okay. Anyway, so the guy isn't aware of his hatred, his underlying hatred for women. He's very deep and unconscious hatred for women. And more often than not, he takes it out on women, okay? And he's gonna, and guess what happens when Guess what happens when he does this? Every time he mistreats a woman, he gets a boost of dopamine, okay, which is a feel-good hormone, right? And so, unfortunately, this cycle continues because he gets rewarded. His brain rewards him for mistreating a woman, okay? He actually, as sick as this sounds, he feels good for doing so, okay? So his body, his brain rewards him, and the cycle continues. He keeps on doing it. He thinks it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it in his mind, you know? And so this kind of behavior is rewarded, you know, unfortunately. And so, yeah. And so anyways, guys, let me just try to like fix this kind of light. I don't know, oh my God. I don't know what is going on. Wait, did something get pulled out? That's so strange. Okay. All right. There you go. Right back. All right. So, guys. So back to the misogyny, right? If you're dating a misogynistic guy, in the beginning, if you're a woman, right? Then in the beginning, he's going to be extremely charming. He's going to be charming, he's going to be witty, he's going to seem like he loves women, and he's going to be flirtatious. But underneath it all, guys, is a big problem, okay? His misogyny isn't very obvious, and especially in the beginning, okay? But eventually, sooner than later, it's going to come out and it's going to be very obvious, okay? You know, unfortunately, I've dated misogynistic men, okay, and they're going to be like your enemy. They're going to be talking poorly about you behind your back while you're not present, you know, maybe even laughing at you with his bodies, okay? They usually have an extremely poor image of a woman, okay, and they're going to degrade her. They're going to be on forums. You know, a lot of men, unfortunately, you guys, if you go to misogyny is a huge problem, and it is very obvious. If you go to any male forums, you're going to see this misogyny playing out, okay, in the comment sections, okay, guys. Usually the women are put down, they're degraded, they're viewed as sexual objects and nothing else. the jokes are always on women, and they're extremely mistreated in the comment section, okay? In the comment sections of pretty much every male, male forums, okay? And so male dominated forums, and that's extremely unfortunate, but with that said, you know, um, it doesn't only relate to males. Misogyny can also come from females themselves, which is crazy, right? Because why would a female hate another female, right? Why would she hate females? Well, once again, it has to do with the power dynamic. She was taught from an early age, right, that females are weaker, and so she also kind of, of course, it can stem from other traumas that she has had in the past, okay? But yeah, females can also be misogynistic towards their own sex, which is a bit strange, but yeah, that's the case too, okay? So it doesn't always come from males, okay? Although that's where the majority of, although, for the most part, males are misogynistic, not females, okay? So there's that, right? And of course, if you're dating a misogynist, okay, or if you're about to start dating a misogynist, sooner or later he's going to reveal his hatred towards women, and that can come in the form of like talking poorly about his past relationships, talking poorly about other women in the workplace, maybe really despising another female who has a higher position than himself, because they really hate, they're extremely competitive with women, okay? And if the woman holds a higher position than himself, then he's going to really not like that, okay? So also in bed, they can be extremely selfish, okay? And so they might even skip the foreplay altogether, okay? Because they might just use it as a means to an end, and that's just to get what he wants, right? But he prefers to just skip it. He feels like a woman is just an object to be used for his own sexual pleasure, okay? And so any form of, pleasing her, that doesn't appeal to him at all, okay? And that comes to the bedroom too, okay? And so there's that, right? And yeah, misogynists are really a huge problem in our society. And the reason being, guys, is because, you understand, right? It damages females. It traumatizes them, it degrades them, and it makes them feel as less than a human being, when in fact, we are all human beings. We want to be treated equally. We want to be treated fairly. And, some females, just like some males, we work on ourselves, right? We work on our inner qualities, and in fact, we do possess natural leadership qualities. We possess natural charisma, right? We want the best for everyone and everything, right? And so sometimes females are more fit to be leaders because of those inner qualities that they possess, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? And that can be embraced too, and that should be embraced by those that are, that are healed, and those that are, they can see that, and they can, by males and females, right? So it doesn't matter what your sex is, yeah, it has nothing to do with sex, right? Leadership, for example, taking charge doesn't have too much to do with whether you're male or female, okay? But yeah, a misogynist will definitely have a problem if a female is winning in any way, okay? They'll be late for appointments, they'll be late for dates, they'll leave the relationship without saying anything, they can just disappear, I don't know, one time, I was walking in San Francisco and I was really tired, right? I was working basically, right? And I was working for Samsung at the time, right? And a male, a guy in downtown San Francisco, he saw me and he yelled to me and he's like, smile. And he had this like really angry look on him, and he was yelling to me to smile, And at that time, I remember I was just really tired, and I didn't feel like smiling. I was in a bad mood or something. I don't know, right? But I looked at him, you know, and I just like flicked him off, you know. And I know I shouldn't have done this probably, right? Once again, my light went off. I know I probably shouldn't have done this, right? But I did because I was just not in a good mood, you know, and you know, and here it was, right? Here it was that this guy was just like demanding that I smile, you know, as if I'm some kind of an object there to make him feel good, right? And so that was really wrong on his end, you know, and you shouldn't be telling people to smile. I don't go around telling guys to smile, you know. A smile should be warm, it should be inviting, it should be friendly, and it should be natural and genuine. It should come when, you know, when you want to do it, right? When you feel like smiling, not when, you know, you're told to smile, right? And so, yeah, it's guys like him that make this world a worse place. It's guys like him that damage our society, okay? That don't understand the importance of women, you know. And I'm not saying women are these perfect creatures, we're not, right? A lot of women have a lot of inner work to do too, you know, and that's understandable, right? A lot of women are also damaged beyond belief, right? But once again, women are amazing too. And women possess leadership qualities, and women are leaders, and they can be leaders. And women are, you know, they're the creation. They're the source of creation, right? They create life, you know. And guys, that is difficult. Okay, as a mama, that is so difficult, you know, and it can often come at the expense of our own lives, you know. Even so, there's that, right? And so, you know, just remembering, like, how did you come into my life, man? Like, this is a new tripod, and like, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, but, you know, just remember where you came from, you know, and if you have this inner hatred towards women, right, then heal, go within, heal that inner wound that's been created by either your mom or your sister or you know, your first love, you know. Heal, okay? None of us are perfect, you know. We've all been hurt before, you know, significantly hurt, even damaged, right? But it doesn't have to stay that way, because your relationship or your dynamic with women is hurting your relationships. It's hurting you, okay? Because if you heal this inner wound, you're more than capable of, you'll finally be able to have amazing relationships with women that are supportive, that are loving, that are nurturing, okay? And you'll finally attract this kind of a woman into your life, okay? And you're not going to want to suck the joy and life out of her, you know, and control her and dominate her and put her down, you know, and beat her, right, and into submission while telling her that she belongs in the kitchen, okay? So yeah, guys, I know that all of you are more than capable of doing this, and that's what I wish for all of the men that are out there, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more videos, okay?